Good morning, everyone. I hope all is well. If so, thanks to God. Let us have a discussion on this topic. The topic is having sexual intercourse with someone below age of consent. That is a minor. Having sexual intercourse with a minor. So we are talking about a minor or someone below age of consent. But let me quickly tell you that I'm not a man of sensitivity. I say many things. I know many things. I say many things. And I do what is logically sound. So let's think critically and logically about this issue. Because when we were young, we were told that anyone that engages in sexual intercourse with a minor or someone that is below age of consent is a bad person. And such person has committed abominable act. Such person has committed a heinous crime, atrocious act. So let's know if this assertion, if this conclusion is sound. Let's ascertain if this claim that when you participate or when you engage in sexual intercourse with a minor, you are a bad person or you have committed a crime. Let's know, let's ascertain if this assertion is logically sound or unsound, true or untrue. I'll take the first premise. The first premise says engaging in sexual intercourse with someone below age of consent is bad. This is the first one, the first premise. Then the second premise, anyone who engages in sexual intercourse with someone below age of consent is a bad person. This is the second assertion, the second premise. Then the third premise, Elisha engaged in sexual intercourse with someone below age of consent. Then conclusion, conclusion. Therefore, Elisha is a bad person. This is a pure deductive valid conclusion. The structure, the premises, and the conclusion are logically valid. We want to know, we want to ascertain if this logical conclusion is sound. Because the logical conclusion is already logically valid. But we are not interested in the validity of the logical conclusion. Let's know, let's ascertain if this logical conclusion is sound or unsound through critical thinking. So we are going to use critical thinking to ascertain that. Then in critical thinking, we ask questions. And I want to ask you a question. Is this statement true? If you say it is true, why? If you say it is a lie, why? What makes it true? What makes it a lie? Which observable and visible evidence can you illustrate? Can you explain? Can you point out to buttress, to support, to reinforce, to vindicate, to justify your assertion? If this is a legal case, which evidence can you point out? Which witness can you bring to exculpate this person, to exonerate this person? If you think critically in this logical wahala, in this logical issue, or in this conclusion, you discover that the logical conclusion is logically unsound. When I was thinking critically and logical about this, I thought I would end at a probabilistic conclusion. I never knew it would be an unsound conclusion. If you apply critical thinking, you discover that a particular country has its own age of consent, which may differ from others. Nigeria as a country placed its own age of consent at 18 years. Countries like Portugal, Brazil, UK placed their own age of consent at 14 and 16. So that is it. So if, for example, this person that engaged in sexual intercourse with someone that is below age of consent in Nigeria, let's say the person is let's say 16 years or 17 years, it could be wrong in Nigeria. It could be seen as a crime. But when it is other countries, then the case will change. If this person engaged in sexual intercourse with someone that is below 18 years in UK, for example, or Brazil, the person has not committed any crime, because in UK and Brazil, they placed their age of consent at 16 and 14. Brazil 14, UK about 16, Portugal 14, and others. So when this person engages sexual intercourse with someone that's below age of consent in Nigeria, and this person is 17 years, the person has committed a crime in Nigeria. But if you take such case to other countries, it is not a crime. That is it. That is number 1 point. Number 2 point, if you apply critical thinking again, you discover that we were told that for sexual intercourse to take place, it must be in mutual agreement. Then if, for example, this person who participated or who engaged in sexual intercourse with a minor, if these two parties, these two people have agreed for the sexual intercourse, they have agreed to engage in sexual intercourse. Why did you say the other person who is above age of consent has committed a crime? Because the person participated or engaged in sexual intercourse with someone that is below age of consent. So why did you say that?